Hi, my name is Ujunwa Nekeze. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I teach tech in the most simple ways and share lifestyle talks. Today, I will be teaching you one of the most important Excel skills every HR professional, data analyst, administrator, and office worker needs: data validation. By the end of this tutorial, you will learn how to control what people can type into your spreadsheets, prevent errors, and make your data clean and consistent. Before we start applying the rules, I know. Let me quickly explain what data validation is and why it matters. Now, data validation is an Excel feature that controls what type of data a user can enter into a cell. It sets rules so only the correct and expected information is allowed. Think of it as a gatekeeper that prevents wrong or messy data from entering into your spreadsheet, or those forms on websites that restrict you to a certain length, for example, password. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, data validation is very important because it prevents mistakes before they happen, keeps your data consistent, protects your formulas, and saves you hours of cleaning. It's something companies use across HR, finance, sales, anywhere accuracy matters. In this video, I'll show you 5 practical data validation rules you can start using immediately. We'll set rules for test length to control the name entries, whole numbers for age limits, drop down lists for department consistency, then salary ranges to enforce real world numbers, and spelling consistency for all dashboard using HR examples. Now, good data leads to good decisions. Data validation is the first step to making your Excel files clean, reliable, and professional. Let's dive right into a spreadsheet. Welcome to the insight. So let's get right into it. The first thing we want to do is our test length rule, which helps us to control the name entries. So when you look at this name column, you have John Mark, you have Emily Doe, and the likes. So take, for instance, you want to ensure that you have just minimum of 10 names and maximum of 20 names in the name column. For example, when you go on website and some people just want to, let's take for instance, you want to get the information of a customer and you want them to write their names and information because you want to prevent fraud. And then some customers or some people who have, I don't know, their motive, they can just say A in the first name and A in the last name. That means you don't have the right name as a good data for yourself. And so you want to restrict them. Though I'm not saying they can't write random names to complete it, but based on the data we're working on, the department, organization, we want to ensure that our data is less messy by creating like a standard for each column. And then for the name, we want a minimum of, it can be anything, right? But we want a minimum of 10 names, a maximum of 20 names. That way, anyone who gets access to this data trying to, enter names or work on the, data would not be able to if they don't follow the right thing. And there's also something called like error alerts. Like you can also create it, letting the person know. Like for example, still on the website thing, where when you like put in your password and then you kind of get like error that no, you have to mix it with uppercase and some numbers. So let's get right into it. First thing we want to do is, since we're working on the name column, we come here and sort of highlight that column. And then we'll go to data here and then come to data tools. Now there's this like drop arrow here. See, we have data validation and then you click on the data validation. What are we trying to do? We're trying to make sure that we set rule for our test length. And remember, we say between minimum of 10 and maximum of 20. Now we can set error alert, can be stop, and the title can be, I can take this stop off. Okay, we can say warning. You can say uh, number limits. And then here, we can say minimum of 10 letters and maximum of 20. Maximum of 20. So we say, okay. So if I come here right now and just type A and then enter, see, I'm just giving an instance. I know we can have name that is like 7 in numbers, but I'm just working with something. Do you see it? Number limit, minimum of 10 letters, and then you'll be like, okay. Then you go back to it and do the right thing. Now we've been able to what? To limit how data can be messy. Now we'll come back to the whole number rule and we'll be working with age limit. Now, we also have scenarios where, like, we have different companies with different products, and there's like an age restriction. Like, it can only be 18 years for you to access their products up to a certain age, maybe like 18 to like 50 or 18 to 65. That way, if you're 80 years old, you will not get access to it. So we want to also is just also a way that the only thing you can impute in this column are digits, number, and whole number, not even decimal. And we're restricting it also to 18 to 65. So the same way we did that one, remember we did text length for this. We'll come back here, or not right click, we'll come back here, come to the same data, and right here where it shows data validation, click on the drop down arrow, data validation. We'll come back to settings and we click the allow, yeah, age, then we do the whole number. So what's the minimum? Minimum of age 18 and maximum of age 65. That way, okay. Then we can set the error alerts. We can leave it as stop, and then we can say age restriction, and we'd say 18 to 25 only, and then okay. Now when we come here and we just put 8 and say enter, so you can have access to this only between 18 to 65. Now let me try to put 66, enter 18 to, oh, I wanted to do 18 to 65, but you get it. So also, yeah, that's about it. So let's do 18, and then it worked. Now let's go to the drop down list. We're trying to make the department consistent. Now let's take, for instance, right, we want to continue more entries in our data. And then we have a lot of, we're still going to work on this. So, I'm going to explain both, no, not, I'm going to be explaining drop down list and spelling consistency together. So, for example, you if you look at this department now, you have HR in capital and then you have HR in small letter. You want to ensure that, we don't have mix of uppercase and lowercase here. You just want a situation whereby you have both each of the um, department's name to be in capital letter or to be in a particular case. Now, what we are going to do first is I'm going to highlight this, and then come here. I say data validation. I come back to my setting. I do a list. No, I do a list. So in this list, for the source, I want HR, finance, marketing, IT. I want them in uppercase. Then I say, okay. Now, if I come here, do you see that there's a drop-down list here? This is saying that as long as you are in this column, follow the drop-down list for whatever you want to do. So my drop-down list is here, and I have my HR in capital letter, my finance in capital letter, my marketing in capital letter. So this way, I've been able to create a drop-down list, conditioning anybody coming here to follow the rule by creating a list in which they follow. That's me creating like a drop-down list for department consistency. Also, when it comes to like the spelling out as well, I've been able to say, oh, apart from subjecting or conditioning you to use my drop-down list for your analysis, this is also the way I want the case to be, which is upper. Then if you come here, if I still come here and say, oh, let me go ahead, since I've seen the drop-down list THR, and you do a bit small, see, 1 minute, you do the small HR. If I press enter, it will automatically give me capital letter. I'm going to do my enter now. You see? So we've been able to work on drop down list for department consistency and spelling consistency for, cleaner dashboard. Then the last one is salary range, and just to ensure reward numbers. So you want to also make sure that we're also going to make use of our whole numbers. Then don't forget we'll go to data. Then we come here and go to data validation. We come here, whole number, and then we want minimum of our salary because we know the salary within this department. It shouldn't go below this and it shouldn't go above this. So even if there will be any error, it won't be below or above what is expected. So I just want to look at what is low here. I think the lowest here is 50,000. So we say minimum of 50,000. What is the highest here? The highest is 83. We can say highest of 85,000. And then there are a lot. Salary. Let's see. Salary. Please follow the department enter salary. Yeah. Or we can say see the HR. Because if it doesn't fall within what is supposed to be, and then you're trying to input something that is below or above, then you should go talk to your HR and say, see the HR. And then we say enter. Now, if I come here and say 90,000, enter, see the HR. That means you don't know what you're doing, or you probably got the wrong data, and then you can meet with the HR and see what to do about it. So This is a really short one. We've been able to do the text length rule, whole number rule, drop down list, salary range, and spelling consistency. And I really hope that you find this lesson impactful. And please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps me so much. And I really appreciate, some engagement. Thank you so much, and share. Till I come your way next time. Bye.